So if you tuned in last week, you know that I reviewed the first half of your guys' collections that you submitted to me. The video is about 22 minutes, so I don't want to keep this intro that long. So in this video, I'm going to be doing another 15 or 16 different collections that I'm going to be reviewing. So without further ado, let's get it. My great smelling dudes, welcome back to my channel. This is Randy, aka Fragrance Dude, back with part 2 of reviewing your subscriber collections that you submitted to me. Again, last Saturday I reviewed 15. There was a plethora of different size collections. Some were super versatile, some I gave you some tips on, some I did a little bit of roasting but not much, but it's mostly just reviewing your collections. With that said, and this week I have another 15 or 16 that were submitted to me. Again, a bunch of different sizes. I haven't looked at them yet because it's going to give me a little option to look through them. But with that said, I'm going to get straight into it since I have so many and I don't want to keep you here all day. But before I do, as always, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for future notifications. Comment below and let me know what you think of these. If there's any of these fragrances that you want to add to your collection, that kind of stuff. So the first one that I want to get into is another one of my main subscribers. He's been here for quite a while, and it's David, aka DX57. And so I pulled that up on the screen. As you can tell, in the back, he has Versace blue jeans and Obsession. Then he has CDNIM, which I'm not a fan of at all. In the front left, I can't really tell. It looks like Bleu Electrique, and then he also has that to the right. Those are both discontinued, really nice. I do see them on my news Parfum site, so he also has a lot of Latafas. He has a Latafa Assad in the back right. You're pretty much hitting all the heavy hitters here. The only thing that I can say is that I can tell you don't have many fall and winter fragrances. You have a lot of fresh fragrances and kind of signature fragrances. You need to start working on the fall and winter time ones, and not just any kind of clones, just like the fall and winter fragrances. So if I had to recommend one, since you already have Most Wanted, if you do like that, go with Wanted by Night or Most Wanted Parfum, which would be great. But DX57, aka David, thank you so much for submitting that. The next one here is going to be, I told you last week, I was giving you a teaser of his collection, and some people didn't quite understand that. They commented and said that how come Khamzat's collection is so weak. And so with that said, I'm going to be showing you that it's not. There is an actual collection that he has. He was just moving some things around. If you guys don't know, Khamzat is the reason that you guys get about 30% of the videos from me. He sends me stuff, and most of it's not from his collection. He purchased the samples for me to send. But anyway, this is his collection. I'm going to put the full collection up here on the side, and then I'm going to split it into two parts. So the two parts here are, as you can tell, there are a lot of Manceras here. There is Roses Vanille, Cedrat Bosé, I can't tell, I know there's Red Tobacco there. And then all the way to the right is, that is Lemon Lime. And then he has some Parfums de Marly's behind it. Greenlee, Percival, and Sedley, I believe. And then you have some Mercedez, some Dior's. It's really hard to see which ones because they're in front of them. Then, if you can tell, there's a little brown bottle next to 1 Million Lucky on the left-hand side. That is 1 Million Prive. I'm going to point it out every time I see it. It is a fantastic fragrance, even though it's discontinued. It's like a warm apple cider, really nice. And then we'll go to the next page, which you can see there's more Manceras even there. Instant Crush is the fourth one over, which is a fantastic fragrance. It's kind of in the same realm as Baccarat Rouge 540. Then to the right, you have both the Azzaro, the Most Wanted, and Most Wanted Parfum, I believe, or if that's two Most Wanted, it's hard to see. Then behind those, you have what looks like to be Pure Malt by Mugler, which again is discontinued. And then you got more Parfums de Marly, which I have. Ojan is up on the platform, and Ojan is one of my favorite fragrances. Very similar to like Angel Share, but it's more like a warm, deep apple pie. I like those deep apple pie fragrances. And then you got the Prada Lhomme and Prada Lhomme Intense. All great fragrances. Thank you so much, Khamzat, for submitting those. Again, really nice collection, and I'm glad that you were able to submit the full one before I was able to finish this. The next one on my list, sorry if I'm looking down and not at you guys, I'm trying to pull these up here, is from Adrien. So thank you so much, Adrien, for submitting this. As you guys can tell from the top, one of my favorites is Scandal. I just got Scandal Le Parfum. It is a fantastic, deeper, darker version of the original. Then 2 over from that, you have, I didn't mention it in my last video, but Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Male Le Parfum. It's like an oriental spicy fragrance with cardamom, really good. Then below that, you have one of the best, Stronger Without You, absolutely, Gentleman Reserve Prive, Sauvage Elixir, next to Le Male Le Parfum, or sorry, YSL Le Parfum, which is one of my favorite fragrances of all time. Prada Lhomme. You guys, a lot of heavy hitters here. Goodness gracious. You might have a small collection, but you got a lot of heavy hitters. You got Pegasus, you have Leighton, you have Percival, you have Greenlee, you got Mont Blanc Explorer, you even have the L'Homme Medial Extreme and Eau de Parfum and the Red Tobacco and Instant Crush. Fantastic fragrance collection there, Adrien. I really appreciate you submitting it. I just didn't surprise. It's not a surprise that you guys have these fragrances, but for having a smaller collection and having those, it's absolutely amazing. The only thing that I did notice is that you have a lot of deeper, darker fragrances, but not as many lighter spring and summer fragrances, which I understand some people just aren't the hugest fans of those. So if I had to recommend anything, just pick up 1 or 2 more spring and summer fragrances and you'll be good. But you could probably wait until next year for that. The next one is Gabriel. I'm going to try to fit most of this on the screen, but it was an odd size picture. So if you could tell in the background, he put as the background Reese's Puffs, which I think is amazing. So with that said, he has some really nice fragrances here. He has CH Men Prive, which, as you guys know, if you haven't tried it, you definitely need to try it. It is a very versatile but also warm and sweet fragrance. Then you have Louis Vuitton L'Immensity, which I talked about in the last one. Is a really nice Louis Vuitton, one of the best, if not the only one that I would pick from Louis Vuitton, other than maybe Summer Swim. Then you have Azzaro's The Most Wanted, Mont Blanc Eau de Parfum, Sauvage Elixir, Prada Black, YSL EDP. This is another one of those collections that, well, I guess you do. Yeah, you're good, actually. But with that said, thank you so much, Gabriel. I really appreciate it. Really nice collection there. The next one on my list is going to be another odd size picture. I had to cut it into 3. It is from Quan. So thank you, Quan. The first one, as you can tell, there's an Eternity. I think that's the Eau de Parfum. You have your Polo Blue Gold Blend, as well as, let's see what else we have here. We have Casual Life by Ferragamo. Another Ferragamo. It's really hard to see these ones. Mont Blanc Legend Spirit, Halloween Man X, Light Blue Italian Love, which I don't like at all, but I know some people do like it. The next page, again, it is really hard to see these. You have Missoni Pour Homme, or Parfum, which is kind of like a Bleu de Chanel copycat. It's actually really good. I think that's Azzaro The Most Wanted. It's just blending in. And then you have Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum. You have Airlines and Ultramall. There's a couple bad boys back there, but I can't see which ones they are because it's so dark. Then you have Strong With You Freeze, which is actually one that I've tried, but I can't remember what it smells like. I want to buy a bottle, but I'm trying to find the best price for it. Looks like you have Intensely behind that, or the original. I can't tell. You have Under the Lemon Trees by Replica and Joe Malone Wood Sage and Sea Salt, but I'm not a huge fan of either of those. I would have went with like Jazz Club or something. And you also have Aqva de Joe Absolute, which is one of my favorite fruity, aquatic, ambery fragrances. It's quite unique and my favorite Aqva de Joe. So thank you so much, Quan. I really, really, really do appreciate it. Sorry if I'm butchering any of your names, or if I do miss anybody. There was 2 people who had their fragrance collections. They sent them to me, and the files that they sent me do not show up. So if you are one of them, just email me and say, hey, you forgot my collection, and then I will put it into another collection video coming up soon. But with that said, the next one wanted to go by Nitro Border, so I think that's his screen name through YouTube. So thank you to you, Nitro Border 17. As you guys could tell, there's a Dracar Noir that is all the way to the left that I had to cut off because of the side. But with that said, it's not that great. And then you have Chrome, I believe that's Legend or United. I honestly can't remember what the different Chromes are. YSL Eau de Toilette, Sauvage Elixir, the original Sauvage Eau de Parfum. I hate Sauvage, to be honest with you. I like Sauvage Elixir. Outside of that, I can't really stand Sauvage. It's the metallic amber oxen. It just doesn't do it for me. But I know a lot of you guys like it, and they're heavy hitters. Moustache Eau de Parfum, Armani Code Absolu. All great heavy hitters. You got your Spice Bomb at the bottom, and obviously your Chanel Allure Homme Sport. And I actually just put this in a video, but CK1 Shock is one of the best cheapies that you can have for winter. So that is fantastic. Thank you so much, Nitro Border. I really appreciate it. Next one on the list is Dylan. So Dylan has a bunch of minis here, it looks like, at least from the way it's taken. I think that this might just be an optical illusion. But anyway, some of the ones that I haven't mentioned yet, he has Dolce & Gabbana, the one gray, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it's kind of like a, it's hard, it's not really like the Dolce & Gabbana, the one line, it's kind of odd. It's okay. If you have the one line, it's a good addition, just I don't think that you would pull it over any of the other ones. Got a lot of the polos. You got the Polo Blue Parfum in the back, which is brand new. Polo Red Eau de Parfum. Yeah, these are a bunch of minis, I believe, because that's not the size of the Explorer, but it could, again, just be based on the way that it looks. Let me know, actually, Dylan, if those are minis or if it's just an optical illusion based on the way that you took them, based on the Coach, I think the Coach, I don't think Coach has minis like that, but let me know. But yeah, thank you so much for your submission. I really do appreciate it, Dylan. I appreciate all of you guys, no matter what size collections you have. Sorry, I had to, my battery's low. But with that said, we're moving on here to Andrew. Speaking of optical illusions, he sent me this on Instagram originally, and it looked like one of those 3D Magic Eye books. So I had him send it to me on email, which it's still kind of like that, but it's that background that he has that it's kind of making it look fuzzy. So again, as you can tell, he has the Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme, one of the most versatile, best fragrances that I have in my collection as well. I need to point this out, second row down, all the way to the right. You were the second collection out of 25 to have this, Lacoste Blanc Eau Fraiche. It's a ginger, citrus, woody fragrance. I talk about it all the time. I'm surprised more people don't have it. It is so nice. Then all the way to the left, you have Boss Bottled Infinite, which I'm not a fan of. I thought it was tonic, but it's infinite. I like tonic, I don't like infinite. Right below that, Carolina Herrera 212 VIP. It's a nice fragrance. Not a great one, but a nice one. And then next to those, I gotta say, I don't like Dracar Noir or Dracar Noir Intense. I also, Mont Blanc, the only Mont Blanc Legend I don't like is Night. And it looks like you actually don't like them that much either, at least from what I can tell, because you're not using that much of them, but I could just be wrong. You might just be an undersprayer. But the next page, as you can tell, he has, he actually offered me to send me any of the ones that he has in his collection, give me some decants of them, but unfortunately I had every one of them except for the Barbershop, which I wasn't fully interested in because I don't like barber style fragrances. Speaking of those, you got your Chanel Egoiste, Dolce & Gabbana the One, which I actually haven't seen that much, surprisingly. In any of these collections, you would think that you would see more Dolce & Gabbana the One. Then you got your Prada at the top right. You got a couple Pradas in there. And then Bleu de Chanel Parfum, Valentino Uomo Born in Roma is a fantastic fragrance. It's really underrated. And then all the way to the right on the bottom, Polo Blue Parfum, a great classy fragrance that just came out this year. So thank you so much, Andrew. I really appreciate it. I could see it a lot better this time. Didn't give me kind of a mind fuck, so thank you so much. The next one here is 3 pictures I got from Rob. I'm going to put the full collection up here because, again, it's a vertical collection, and then I'll show you the 2 pictures that I took from it. So, again, we have the first picture here. He has an Amouage. I can't tell if that's Beach Hut. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not fully aware of Amouages anyway. Then next to it, you have Rojo Dove Elysium, which is fan-freaking-tastic fragrance. One of my favorite fragrances. Then you have 2 Galleria Parfums, which I have a video coming out in a week or 2. It's the line that was released by Jensense, and he had a discovery kit, and then I guess they picked up 2 of their favorites. I didn't really like it at all. I think there was one, it was like Into the Yuzu Grove or something like that. But for the most part, I didn't like Gallery of Parfums, and the ones that I did like, they didn't last very long. But I don't know which ones those are. Then you got a Parfums de Marly, which it's really blurry. I can't tell if that's Leighton or Ojon. Can't tell if it's blue or black. I don't know what the black bottles are. Then you do have Electromus. I'm not sure if that's Electromus Imperium. I'm not 100% familiar with that line. I have tried Electromus though. I do know Mula Mula in the middle. If you guys haven't tried Mula Mula, you at least need to get a decant. It's sweet. It is really good. It's a nice fall and winter fragrance, at least the one that I tried. There's two different Mula Mulas, but I think I tried the blue one. Then next to it is one that is very divisive. Either somebody hates it or loves it. It is Bond Number 9 Bleecker Street. To me, it's like a grassy, very, very grassy blueberry, which I don't really like it that much. But I know a lot of people that do like it. It's okay. Then you have your Novitus Parfums at the top here. If you don't know, Novitus is a brand that every single fragrance that they make is created in conjunction with another reviewer, whether it's TLTG or Big Beard Business or whoever. They all make a fragrance. I don't know which ones those are. The only ones that I have tried I liked, and they were Siesta Drive, and I don't know who the people were that were working in collaboration for Siesta Drive. And the other one is the Embrace. And then, as you can tell at the bottom, they have a lot of different designer fragrances. You got your Blue Jeans again. You got your Almost Empty Stronger With You. You got your Dior Homme Sport 2021, it looks like, which is one of my favorites. It's my signature scent. And outside of that, yeah, really nice fragrances. And again, thank you so much, Rob. I really, really do appreciate you sending it to me. Now, moving on, we're going to go with Unconquer. That's his screen name. He sent me 4 fragrances. And what's funny is he only has 4 fragrances, and 3 of them I don't think I've ever heard of. But I'm going to read you and put it up here on the screen, his email. My most recent edition, Bois Rocho 1178. Had to be imported from France because the garden that makes it is located there. It smells like an aphrodisiac, rather aromatic, fresh, spicy, vegetal, green, and decently sweet. It's unisex but leaning feminine, so I can't say that it'd be your taste. But if I actually like unisex and feminine fragrances, I don't like florally fragrances. But if you'd like to try it, maybe even give it a review, I'm curious what your thoughts would be. This was the guy who actually sent me the decant. So, thank you, Unconquer. Here is the 4 fragrances that he has. I don't know what the other... It looks like AJMAL 3. I know what Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce Intense, and I know that you got that the same time I did because it was the broken bottles on Fragrance Buy. Then you got your Bois Rocho. Speaking of that, Unconquer, he sent me that, and it has literally been going from Seattle, Washington airport through the airport, or through like the USPS distribution center about 15 times over the last 6 days. But yeah, thank you so much. I don't know what those are, Unconquer, except for the Fierce Intense, which is really the original Intense. It smells like the mall in the 90s. Other than that, the next person we're going to get into here is Daly. I believe Daly is the guy that is from South Africa. So, welcome, Daly. If I butchered that, let me know. I don't care. I'm pretty sure that he is from South Africa, and he has a lot of trouble finding fragrances, like most of us can find them on Joma Shop or whatever. He has a lot of trouble because they don't ship to where he lives. But this is his... He has the original Eau de Toilette Cool Water, which is always going to be a banger. You got your Valentino Uomo Intense, which is your nice iris fragrance. So good. Versace Eros Eau de Parfum for your date nights or your clubbing, as well as your Armani Code Profumo for the same reason. Bleu de Chanel Eau de Parfum, super versatile. Zara Tobacco Collection, rich, warm, addictive. I wish I would have brought this out for the video. It is a really nice fragrance, and you can buy it for like $10. And it smells like... exactly like it's rich, it's warm, it's addictive, it has tobacco, it's sweet, but at the same time it's almost tropical. It's really cool. Club de Nuit Intense, I don't like. Blue Spirit, never tried. I know you asked me to try that before. And then L'Homme Les Parfum and Sea Salt. Never heard of Sea Salt, but L'Homme Les Parfum is really nice. So, Daly, thank you so much. Again, if you guys haven't tried Zara Rich Warm Addictive, you should definitely try that. It is tobacco, it's warm, it's rich, it's sexy, and then it also, again, has this like tropical vibe to it. Almost like that lotion, like that coconut lotion that you would put on. It smells like that mixed with like a warm, rich tobacco fragrance. Really, really good. So the next one, I have a few more here. Cole. And Cole put it on his bed. And guess what? I love this so much because he put the decants. And I always tell you guys, try before you buy. Try before you buy. And a lot of you guys haven't seen many decants. He has a whole plethora of them, almost, if probably more than he has fragrances, which is what you should have. I have about 600 decants. So you got your Aqva de Josse, a gigantic CH Men Prive, and a gigantic Lhomme Parfum that I know you will not be going through for quite a while. But the CH Men Prive is a great thinking ahead. Your Sauvages. I don't like the scent. I like the scent Private Accord. I can't tell which spice bomb that is. It looks like it's either infrared or night vision. I'm not 100% sure, so I don't really want to comment on it. If it is infrared, it's my favorite. Oh, it's infrared. You know the reason I know it's infrared is because at the bottom right, he has the travel atomizer of infrared, which really means that he bought the 2-pack from Nordstrom that I was talking about. Then you got a replica, which I can't read. I think that might be by the coffee breaker, by the fireplace. Fuck! So thank you so much for sending that to me. Cool. I really do appreciate it. And I really appreciate how you line it up on the bed. Hint to everybody else who submits these, line it up on your damn bed. Speaking of the next one, Rojo Ferraro. I apologize for butchering that. But he also sent them to me on the bed. I'll put it up here so you can see the full collection. It's gigantic. And I'm going to try to work my way through this. The bottom half here, you got your Aqva de Josse. You got your Novitus in the middle. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 Novitus. You got your Bond number 9. You got your Off and On Supremacy. I believe that's Supremacy and Oud, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't have any of those. You got your Office still in a box by Jeremy Fragrance, it looks like. Aventus Cologne, my favorite Aventus. Mercedes-Benz Club Black at the bottom. Any other one? You have a lot of really interesting ones that I haven't tried before, like Tres Nuit at the bottom right. Then that Azzaro there as well. You have and then you have a skateboard. Look at that skateboard, Carolina VIP 212 on the left-hand side. Looks like a little skateboard. Oh, and then you also in the middle, second row up, you have Aqva Amara, which I told you guys yesterday. I'm really, really interested in again to get. And then 2 away from that to the right, that is Paco Rabanne's, I believe it's called Bright Red. I'm probably wrong about that, but Khamzat told me about it the other day, and I'm really interested to try that fragrance as well. And then we're going to go to the next page here. And at the top, you got... I hate Dua. I hate Dua with a passion. I've tried 57 fragrances from Dua, and every single one but 2 I hated. They smell like vegetable oil, so I'm glad that somebody likes them. Then you got down below, you have a red Lhomme. I've never seen that before. Maybe it's a special edition or something. I know the women have a red one, but I've never seen that. Hey, Rojo, can you let me know what that red Lhomme is? Because I've never, ever, ever seen that. You got a bunch of Nichonnets. You have some Manceras there. Really cool. You have a really nice collection. A lot of ones that I haven't seen so far in any of these, and a lot of ones that I don't personally have myself. You have Neroli Portofino by Tom Ford at the very bottom, and there's a couple other ones that I have no idea what they are. You have a very eclectic, that's what it is, good name for it, a very eclectic compilation of fragrances here. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it, Rojo. Again, answer me that question. I'm not exactly sure what that red one was. I'm really, really interested in it because, as you can tell, I have about 6 or 7 different Jean Paul Gaultiers, and so I'm really interested in that. All right, and so now we have 2 more. First one is Adrien. Adrien here has a smaller collection, but it doesn't matter about the size. It matters about what you like from it and how much you use them. So here he has Dior Sauvage Parfum. Again, I don't like Sauvage, but I know that you do. Jimmy Choo Man Ice. It's a great summertime cologne. You have Gucci Guilty Black, which I actually kind of like that. It's one of the Gucci's I do like. Eternity, I'm not a big fan of, and then Mont Blanc Legend. Really nice. I would start getting my hands on some fall and winter fragrances, and some that are more versatile, because really the only super versatile fragrance you have here is Sauvage Parfum, which I would still get my hands on a couple more deeper, darker fragrances for the fall and winter now that you got your summertime fragrances covered here. Other than Gucci Guilty Black, most of them are for the spring and summer. But yeah, really nice, Adrien. Thank you so much. If you guys don't know, that's also Krymzyn. He goes by Krymzyn as well. And the last one here is submitted by Michael. So Michael, thank you so much. I'm going to pull it up here on the screen. He has Dior Homme Sport, the original, all the way to the left. Mont Blanc Legend Spirit, Allure Dissy in the back. The original Bleu de Chanel Nautica Voyage, which I actually haven't seen that many Nautica Voyages going on. You look like you had part of my collection like 4 or 5 years ago. You have Spice Bomb Extreme, which, if you guys don't know, is about to be discontinued from what I understand. So you should probably pick up a bottle. If you probably still have a lot of time to pick it up though. Most Wanted, Wanted by Night in the original Wanted, and then you have 1 million what looks like Parfum in the back. Great, fantastic way to finish it out here. Thank you guys so much for all of you submitting me all your collections. This probably went 25 minutes again. I'm an idiot, but thank you guys so much. The next time that we do this in a couple weeks, I'll ask you guys for more collections, probably about a month or two. I'm also going to be putting my collection into it. I was going to do it this time, but we had a lot of people submitting. Now that we got the bulk of those out of the way, I'm sure next time it'll be a little bit shorter so that I can throw mine in there with you. I'm going to put it all together because, again, I have mine in 4 different rooms. But thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. This is Randy, a.k.a. Fragrance Dude. And, again, I'll be back in a couple days with another video. Thank you so much. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.